So Good afternoon, good evening, or wherever you're coming from. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've not been too busy today and you're nice and relaxed as we step into a little podcast, as per usual, in the Llama Lounge, nice and chilled out alongside the usual twosome that is young Matthew and young Boona. How are you both doing?
Let me guess, Matthew. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Yes, I'm very good, mate. Thank you.
I'm all good, thanks.
Good. Well, welcome to everyone that's joined us in the chat. It's an absolute privilege, as always, to see your faces joining us. FPL Tips is there, Simon Bellamy's there, FPL Glass 2 is also there. We've got Dread, Laz. Oh, we've got a whole army waiting, and I think I know why, Boona, and I think I understand, Matthew, why they're all here. It's not for us. Can't be fucked with us. Let's introduce these two guests, shall we? So joining us this afternoon, we have two of, in our opinion, the best podcasters in the FPL world. If you haven't heard of these two, either via Twitter or actually listening to the cast, then you are for sure missing out on a couple of true gems. They do have their flaws, that has to be said. They are both Arsenal fans, but hey, we can't have everything. But what humour they bring to us all on a weekly basis on their FPL casts, their chemistry is unique. We've had such great duos in the past and present, such as Tom and Jerry, Cadney and Lacey, Bill and Ben, French and Saunders, Morecambe and Wise, Laurel and Hardy. However, today, the Llama Lounge are proud to give you the duo that is the Plonkers, also known as Mr. and Mrs. P, who have just recently casted their 100th episode. They've got thousands of followers and listeners on their podcast. The Double A are in the studio, but there's no emergency here, there's no breakdowns, it's just a relaxed laugh as we get to know them better and pick their FPL brains. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. P, how are you? Hello? You can talk, it's okay. I think they've just been blown away by that introduction.
Yes.
Hello?
Aaron, Amy, are you there?
Boona, are you still there?
Yes.
So Matt's there, Boona's there. Where's Aaron went? Where's Amy went?
I think he must have got a call out.
Oh my days.
They're still in the live on air.
Oh, yeah, they're still here. A Glasto, this is a classic. You do a massive build-up like that. We've literally just spoken to the two of them, and they've just disappeared. They are here though. They're in the studio.
Earth to Aaron.
Try maybe putting them in the waiting room and getting them back in again or something.
Will do.
Oh my days. Hello? Oh wow, this is just classics.
It won't be the Llama Lounge without technical issues, let's be honest.
But it's always been, in all seriousness, those duos that you mentioned prior to Laurel and Hardy. Matt, I don't know if it's just me, or have you ever heard of any of them, mate? I don't know where he's come up with those.
Tell me about it. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I
Who are these?
I was confused as hell, man, honestly.
I'm sure you make them up.
He's showing his age.
I was just a bit. Oh, right. So he's in the chat and he's saying, I'm talking away to you. But I've certainly not muted him, anything like that. Everything looks great. He's trying to unmute himself. I don't really know.
I'm gonna disconnect you,
end?
Aaron. I'm gonna try and disconnect you. Try and jump in the waiting room again yourself.
Morkin, who? Hi Ahmed, how you doing? So anyway, whilst Boona and Matt figure out what the heck's actually just happened here, because it was literally fine as we were chatting away during the intro music there. Hope you're all doing well, as I was already saying. It's a kind of funny old game week coming up. The first 10-15 minutes we will get to know the Plonkers a little bit better, assuming that they come back. And then we'll just dive in and see what your thoughts are, because we understand that there's a lot of dilemmas hitting us this week as we head into the next game week. I see Aaron and Amy are back in. Hello? Why is there nothing there?
I bet Amy is currently going apeshit, going, "Come on, Aaron, sort it out."
Right, wait a minute.
Why
Let's try that.
Aren't you working?
Wait, I've made them. There they
There you
are.
go, I can hear him.
Oh,
Hello!
no!
They're back. They didn't want to leave us.
Yes! There is a code.
Right, so I think my mic's not working. I've changed it to the laptop mic, but Amy's still talking into the actual mic.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, everyone was so enamoured with the massive build-up to then just have a huge silence at the end of it. So you've listened to these guys previously, right? Yeah? You can't be using words like enamoured. Come on. Oh, come on now. So you're both there though, yes?
Oh no, they've gone again.
Oh, jeez. So anywho, the first part, we will get to know them a bit better as they drift in and out of the podcast, and then we'll dive into our teams, and any questions that you guys and girls have got in the chat, please drop them in there and we'll gladly get through them. Yeah, it's been a bit of an iffy few lists of injuries over the past couple of weeks of international break. Hope everyone enjoyed the international break. I know I certainly did. With Scotland qualifying for the Euros.
I was going to say, you're like the only one in you. No one else did.
Yeah, big shout out. Congratulations. Lama's going to be getting married very, very soon, guys. If we can have a round of applause in the live chat, that'd be really appreciated.
Yeah, what did Max say to this when she woke up and you told her?
Oh, she was well chuffed.
I bet she was like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, she was proud as punch and pleased. So, chuffed to bits that we obviously got through. What do you think we should do then? Whilst Aaron and Amy are
well, let's talk about the injuries that have happened, okay. and our where what sort of transfers we've made without going into too much detail. Like, you moved quite early, didn't you, with your moves? I think, Matt, you did the same.
Yeah, we both moved early, didn't we?
Absolute idiots. Who does that? Do you know what I mean? Who makes early transfers on an international break?
Wait till we get to you, young man. Wait till we get to you.
Just let me talk, please. Let me talk.
Let me finish.
Absolutely ridiculous. Like, who does that? Do you know what I mean? You got free transfers, you're wasting them. Oh, it's just I know. Don't get it. Jokes aside, I'm just taking the piss. I can't stand people who have that mentality. Like, at the end of the day, I said this on the above average FPL podcast that I was on Monday, by the way. If you've not listened to it, listen to it.
It was a really good podcast, by the way. I have to say, now that I'm speaking to you, I have to say a massive well done. A good cap.
No, really appreciate it. But one of the points that I made on that podcast, where there's some absolute idiots in the community, idiots that are saying, if you've got 2 free transfers, why are you rushing and making your transfers? Well, I've seen teams with 5, 6, 7, 8, 15 flags. Do you know what I'm saying? Wow. So what you're going to do with those 2 free transfers, that ain't sorting anything out for you. So, do you know what I mean? Enjoy this game. Do what your impulsive mind tells you to do. And let's just leave it at that. Look, people take this game too seriously. Yeah, it could backfire. But you got another game week, and you've got bigger things in life to enjoy. So, do you know what I mean? That's my say on that. And mic drop, I'm out of here. I'll see you later.
on that note, I'm just going to top my brandy up.
Yeah.
No, I'm the exact same as you, Buna. I don't think the game week had even finished, and I'd already made a -8 because that was the way I wanted to go into the next game week. It just so happens that it's actually backfired a little bit, and I've still got a few
fires.
Yeah, still got a couple of little fires that are kind of burning away. I could move it up to a little -12 and get rid of Salah. However, I don't know. I could
got a bench though, ain't you?
Exactly. Well, this is it, and we'll have a look at that later, just to see kind of what's in the background there. But as I say, I've got a playing bench. Therefore, in my opinion, I don't really need to do much else. So I might
so tell us, Lama, that you moved early on your transfer. You take a -8?
I did.
What transfers did you make? Who did you get rid of? Who did you bring in? And who are the fires that remain?
Geez, you want my postcode and that and all in my bank?
That's a bit later on, and the sort
I have your bank
that's
details.
okay. Yeah.
So I took out straight away. I took out Son and Kane, and who else did I take out? Wilson. So that was my 3 for my -8. I brought in Bamford, I brought in Vardy, and I brought in. I'm trying to remember who the third person was that I brought in. I'll have a look later.
Bruno?
Actually. Yeah, sorry, that's it exactly. Fernandes, yeah, Bruno Fernandes. So the couple of fires that are still there, one of them actually, and it's not really so much a fire, but Mitchell seemingly's now been declared fit, which is nice to hear. Seemingly for Crystal Palace.
He's fit doesn't mean he's going to start.
Exactly. This is
positive
true.
sign for those of us.
Yeah. So the other 2 that are obviously doubtful are Trent and now also Salah.
Salah's out. Trent's out. They're both out.
However, on my bench, I've got Fornals from West Ham.
Okay.
And I've also got Kilman from Wolves.
And who's your third bench?
Mitchell.
You're fine.
So I don't think I need to take any more hits than what I've taken, and my team looks all right. To be fair,
no, you're absolutely fine, mate. There's going to be a lot of people, I think, with the flags that have come about in the past week and a half, that are going to be fielding 9-10 players or taking -4s, -8s. That -8's not going to feel like it's not going to do you no damage. That's for certain.
Andre saying Kilman's not playing the next game week, I believe. Well, Andre.
Cheers, Andre.
I like Dred's comment.
We've got Nuno joining us tonight, guys.
I like Dred's comment. I took a -12 on Monday morning after game week 8 fixtures. I've Salah flagged like the rest of the game, so don't make early transfers. Can kiss my ass.
Well,
Paulie's saying there. I'm pretty sure I saw on Twitter Kilman might not be playing, but can't remember the reason. His father unfortunately passed away over the international break, so there is that potential. But it's not confirmed. But yeah, if he doesn't, then I wouldn't begrudge him. It makes sense.
Have I got myself a warped mind here in the sense that my -8 could actually be, in actual effect, more like a -4? I.e., a -12 could be like a -8.
Yeah, and a -24 is like a -12. Do you know what I mean?
I was saying this last night when we were streaming, because there's so many people during this international break that are taking hits. Taking a -4 and a -8 is almost like your free transfers. Almost, it sounds a bit warped.
Yeah.
But because so many people are doing it, it's not really going to affect your rank much.
And like being on a free hit is like you're starting with 12 points. Do you know what I mean? So it's brilliant. It's win-win situation.
Are our guests mic'd up again? Do we know? Is Aaron and Amy back?
Hello, Amy.
I thought that was Amy for a second.
We don't sound alike. I don't know what you guys are on about, saying that me, Aaron, and Amy sound similar.
I just want to make sure that I know they're still there, i.e. they're still
in there.
Here, and their mic volume at my end is turned. Yeah, no, so they are still there. That's nice.
I think, like Aaron said, they might be having mic issues. But wait, Aaron and Amy, if you are there and you're listening, go through your laptop mic like you had before, because that was working properly. Yeah,
the other thing as well is not to check, or not to check, that makes no fucking sense. Sometimes you get a bit of an issue if you've got push to talk on as well. That can kind of fuck things up a little bit. That's in the settings down the bottom. We just usually switch them off. Andre, I know the plonkers are both... Oh, there they are.
There you go.
Oh, we're up again.
Oh my god, what's going on?
Oh my god, used to.
Amy.
Are we working?
You still there? Have they gone again?
No. They're there like for a second and then disappear again.
Well, we've got to appreciate the good times. Aaron, really appreciate your thoughts there.
Amy.
Yes. So we do have both plonkers in the studio with us. Unfortunately, there seems to be a bit of a debate going on, or an argument going on with the microphone situation. However, the two of them are working in harmony, sat next to each other with no arguments at all, and I know that it will be resolved, and then we will get to know the Plonkers a little bit better. Of course,
and we can confirm they're both the same on air as off air.
Absolutely. With that said, we've got an idea of your issues. Matt, how's your team looking? What transfers have you made? Who have you
I've
brought
got no
in?
issues, man. I signed into my FPL team after signing it the other day, and it was like 5 flags, and now I've only got Salah as a flag.
Okay, so what moves you made?
I, like Lama, did a -8 as well, and I took out Costa, Brewster, and Sterling, and bought in Jota, Bamford, and Bruno.
Yeah, good moves on the face of it.
And so that's my transfers.
And are you able to still field like a full 11?
Oh yeah, I filled a full 11 and all 3 playing bench players as well.
See, that's good. That's decent that you've managed to get a -8 and still be able to field that kind of team.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm starting Salah, like everyone should anyway, just in case he does do it. But have a strong player first bench, like mine's Jota, first bench.
And what about yourself, Mr. Brandy Boona, over there, who started off with a little -4, increased it up to a -8, then trolled the whole of Twitter and pulled a -16.
I didn't go to a 20, by the way. I know you're going to go to a 20. I didn't go to a 20.
Nearly hit the -20 and then went, fuck that, and just took a free hit.
All right, in my defence, right, I was set on that -16 until I saw the Salah news, and that was sort of the nail in the coffin, because I was quite happy with my -16, I won't lie. I like the players that I'd brought in and the team that I'd created, but as soon as I saw Salah out, I thought, nah, I'm not taking a -20, because I think the free hit that I've made will outscore that team plus that hit by at least 20 points or 30 points, maybe, potentially. Okay. And I'm just going to attack the fixtures. I won't go into too much detail, but as it stands, I've currently got triple Everton, triple Man U, triple Chelsea, 1 Villa, and 1 Liverpool player. So I am attacking those fixtures harder.
Have you posted your latest free hit team in Discord? Because if you have, then we can bring it up when we go through our teams later.
I haven't, but I will. Yeah.
And how many chances have you had? How many times have you made a team?
Yeah, how many times has that team changed?
Too many.
Aaron?
There you go.
I think we're back.
You are back.
Well, I've switched mics again, so it may just go off any second, but...
So, do you want me just to rattle through these questions?
Yeah, you've got about 10 seconds to ask them all.
No, listen, we'll go back to where we were at the very beginning.
Don't do that introduction again, please.
I'm not going to go through that again.
No, that's harsh, that is.
Basically, we are so chuffed that the two of you are in here. As you said earlier, just before the stream went live, we chat enough through Twitter, and it's just good to hear both your voices kind of live, if that makes sense. For those that don't know, though, do you want to let our audience know who the Plonkers are?
They've gone again.
Okay, thank you.
Hello?
Oh, no, he's there.
They're back. Oh, man, this is brilliant. I'm actually really enjoying this.
Are you there? Hello?
Oh, my God.
No, yeah, I can hear Amy in the background. So there's a mic working somewhere.
Yeah, it's him, but not. Can you hear us?
I can hear you fine. You alright?
Yeah, I'm right, you?
Yeah. Listen, Amy, just give Aaron.
Over.
Yeah, just give Aaron the elbow and just.
So
who are the Plonkers? Yeah, go for it.
I'd say 2 amazing people who belong in Essex.
And that is a great way to sum it up. So how long? So I know that you joined late, but how long have you actually been running the Plonker podcast?
Nearly 2 years. Is that right, Aaron?
Yeah. Coming through?
Yeah, you're coming through now as well. We've got you both.
Here we go.
Nice. That didn't take long. That just took half an hour, that.
Hang on.
So yeah, well, we're just asking Amy, who are the Plonkers? So if you were to let our kind of audience that have tuned in this evening know all about you, what best sums you up?
I'm not sure I can top Amy's answer there, but we are Plonkers from Essex who run a small podcast. We're both FPL managers or in a couple, so if you do listen to the podcast, you do get a lot of domestics.
It's so funny. It's so unique,
Yes.
but so good. Like, when did sorry, Buna.
No, I was just going to say, how did you get into FPL? And did you need to do any influencing when it came to Amy, or was she, quite easily on board?
In FPL, I think 2008, when I look back at my gaming history, obviously I wasn't very good back then, but when Amy got in this relationship with me, it wasn't long before I was dominating the TV, watching football all day, so she had no choice but to get into it.
That's it.
Yeah, but hold on. But I did actually love football. I used to play it when I was younger, so it didn't take a lot of convincing to do it.
That's such bullshit. That's such a lie. You didn't watch football at all, Amy. And then I support Arsenal. You went, oh my God, I support Arsenal too.
So she just plucked. So did Amy just pluck Arsenal out of thin air then, or was she genuine?
Says she supported it.
I'm pretty sure I've got photos from when I was younger in Arsenal kit, so I will find them.
Well, that makes it true then.
Yeah.
That makes it true.
Is that because Arsenal were doing well at that time? We'll go for the best London club at that moment
top of
in
the
time.
league at that point.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it works. So what did the two of you get up to outside of your podcast creations? Just like a little bit more about you guys.
Anything?
Shut up. I do.
So I know, Aaron, I work in the same place as you.
Who?
You. Hello? Oh, it's all went quiet again.
Their mic is going off.
Is it?
Oh no, stop now. Hey, their mic is going off. I can see you.
Oh, well, we're doing so well. Oh no, yeah, I can see it going on and off. It's like what Aaron says though, if his mic's playing up.
While they're sorting out technical issues, Laz in the chat took you guys long enough to get into character.
That's the thing though, because you know what I mean. The two of them are so good on online, like on the podcasts, and it's just great that it's like the way we are as well. There's no difference on and off air. It's take it as it is, you know.
And it's all gone quiet over there.
Oh, here he goes, Mr.
And
Spurs.
it's all gone quiet. Gone quiet. Oh, gone quiet over there.
We got
This
Paul.
really isn't looking good, is it?
No, you're there. Amy's there. Amy, you're fine.
Because I'm obviously doing it right. You're doing it badly.
Exactly.
Well, we know who leads the podcast now.
Yeah. So
I just know what I'm doing, obviously.
Exactly. That's it.
It is going green, Aaron, when we speak.
When you speak?
Yeah. No, it does. You just don't see it.
Amy's got this working to a T, Aaron. I don't know what you're doing.
You're just going to have to come over here when you want to speak.
Up my frequency.
Using walkie-talkies, Aaron.
Blaming technical issues, Aaron. That's terrible.
Yeah, you just need to share that. Share Amy's mic, if that works. I don't know if that will work though, Amy.
We're sharing the mics, but it's obviously only working when I'm holding it, so
Right,
must be the way I hold it.
No, so what I was saying there was, outside of creation, I was just to try and find out what the two of you get up to. I know that I work in the same company as Aaron, different kind of positions and stuff like that, but what about yourself? What do you get up to? What fills your day?
That's really interesting. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that, to be honest. Yeah, me too.
Like Anson, this is comedy gold. This will be one to look back at.
It is mentally. Don't worry about it, Aaron. Honestly, it is what it is.
It is about.
But I know that Amy, for example, didn't join Aaron for a good little bit.
It was episode 58, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, Aaron's saying that Amy's now disappeared.
Well, Lama, I've just seen one of the questions you guys wanted to ask. One of the questions you wanted to ask them. You guys need to come back. We need to ask you this question.
I've not seen it yet.
Well, listen, what we can do if you want is we can bring up... In fact, I know that a lot of people have got a lot of injury things on their minds just now, so do you want me just to quickly go through the latest, what's happening with the teams? And we'll see.
Yeah, because a lot of them have been, like, a lot of the flags have gone now compared to what they was. So people that have not logged into their accounts in a while, since all the flags, log into your account because a lot of the flags are now gone. Because like I said, I had 5 and now I've only got Salah.
Yeah.
So it might be worth you getting that thing up that you had on the Sunday supplement.
It's on the now, mate. It's actually... And if Aaron and Amy can hear us, just chip in when you're back. It's fine. Don't need to... It's no issue. Just chip in. It'll be fine. So Arsenal, starting with with the Plonkers team and yourself, Matthew. Eleni is still COVID, so he's blovid.
Yeah, that can remember being in the international break. That did.
He's a few weeks out. Partey is not having a party because he's still got a thigh injury, so he's still doubtful. Nelson, I'm just trying to pick out the kind of key players. That's probably about it, isn't it?
Martinelli's the only other major one. He was almost fit and then got injured again in training. So sums up Arsenal's luck, really.
Callum Chambers, nobody's really that bothered about Callum Chambers. Yeah, exactly. So early December back for him.
Can we just talk about how shit Arsenal
are? Can we? If you have a look at our run, I'm going to defend us here. If you have a look at our run, we've had a shocking run, and we've still got a shocking run for the next few weeks. Spurs have had a good run, and then all the Spurs fans come out the woodwork. I can't wait for you to go back in at the end of the season.
You heard of the word momentum, baby? Okay.
Momentum. Behave, son. That's no such thing in Spurs' dictionary.
So Aston Villa, Tom Heaton, perhaps, early December with a knee injury. Brighton, now Boona, I don't know if you kept your Brighton players or got rid of them. I think you got rid of most of them, but you've got Connolly still doubtful with a hamstring, Trossard with his groin's doubtful, March with an ankle injury still doubtful. I think that's about it. Andone, early March, he's out. He's gone. He's done.
We don't need that sort of profanity in the chat, Infamous. Get out of here, you slag.
Oh, they're back.
Hello.
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 So we're just going to get you in like 30-second increments here.
I think what's that? When I change the output from laptop to mic, it works and then it just goes off again. And then I change it and it works and then it goes off again.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to have you both back. Hope you are doing well.
I've had to. I've closed down my YouTube, so
okay.
I'm hoping maybe my laptop will handle that. So I can't read any comments. Sorry, guys.
No, listen, we'll keep you posted. So if anyone's got any comments directly for either of our two plonkers here, pop them in the chat and we'll get them read out for the two of you. That's not a problem. So where we were at, Aaron, I was just saying that I work in the same company as you, albeit in slightly different kind of things. But it was more to just get to know what the two of you get up to when you're not podcasting, really.
Yeah, we'll answer it for the 5th time. We have been answering it when you do ask us that. But, yeah, me personally, outside of work, outside of FPL, I like to keep healthy and fit. Bit of gym, bit of football, do a bit of MMA. I haven't been doing it recently, obviously. But Amy, on the other hand, doesn't really do anything.
I wouldn't say I don't do anything, but I like.
Play Candy Crush.
I play Candy Crush. I like to.
All right.
Candy Crush.
I like to nap quite a lot and eat a lot of shit. So.
You watch Towie as well.
What's that mean? Yeah, I do watch Towie. I love a bit of Towie. Yeah. I've just started all the old seasons, so I've got...
She's rewatching the whole of it.
Yeah.
Can't lie, I've delved in a bit of Towie.
That doesn't surprise me with you, Boona, let's be honest.
And I take it, Aaron, you just sit there and quite happily watch it at the same time, though, yeah?
You know what? I'm actually quite hit and miss on my reality TV. Some trash TV I love and some I hate. I actually don't watch Towie, but Like Big Brother, I love.
Oh,
I'm a
okay,
celebrity
okay.
hate. I don't know what it is.
That's all changed this year as well, I think. My niece was telling me this last night, that they're in a castle this year or something instead of Australia.
I was going to say, it's
Yeah,
not.
they're in Wales, isn't they?
Yeah, they're in Wales, yeah.
That's a bit of a downgrade.
It's a bit weird. It does look like a bit of a Game of Thrones setting, but it's not quite the same.
You don't really get many snakes or spiders in Wales, yeah.
Well, that's it.
Eating
But
sheep testicles instead.
yeah, but that's just a normal. You just eat that anyway over there. It's like us up here. Some bizarre foods. So when was it that Mrs. P joined you on the podcast, Aaron? Because I know it was just you that's kind of got things off and running, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've done one season solo, and then second season I said to myself, I need to like up this because I was an avid podcast listener myself at the time, and I didn't listen to any solo podcasts. So I thought, obviously, I need to get a second person, and I did sort of like scour through my mates, but I thought, you know what, Amy's round every day anyway, so I might as well get her on it.
The answer to this will really depend on whether Aaron wants to sleep on the floor or on the bed tonight. But what did you prefer, mate? Going solo or with Amy?
Oh, jeez. Straight for the jugular.
Come on.
I mean, from a selfish point of view, I prefer solo, but I know that the podcasts are better with Amy in.
Thank you. That's quite a compliment, really.
But if
he had to say that, though, didn't he? He had to say that. He doesn't want to sleep on the floor.
You have to say it.
Yeah. And Amy can cut your mic off at any time. We already know that.
I don't know what that superpower was, but
but no, the two of yous are golden though, and it's not scripted either.
No, it isn't.
No,
you can hear the frustration in your voice, Aaron, sometimes, and it's so funny.
Yeah, when he's like, "Fuck's sake, Amy."
Especially when I'm a plonker myself, so it's hard for me to remember my trail of thoughts. So Amy keeps interrupting what I'm thinking. I lose what I'm about to say.
Yeah,
it is a nightmare.
But no,
there's a lot of the podcasts that's cut out that like yous would love because we obviously just have full on.
You don't need to release that. You need to release that.
Yeah, like
it is quite funny because obviously I'm not talking into the mic, but I turn to Amy and start having a go at her for like 10 minutes, and then I have to cut that all out.
We should do a live one, really, so you actually see how bad it is.
Yes.
Oh, that is needed. Like a Christmas special.
How much time do you spend on like filming it? Well, not filming it, but recording it and editing it. Would you say per podcast? I have interest.
Well, to be fair, the editing, obviously at the start, I wasn't very good. You can tell that I'm not very technical, judging from tonight. But the editing, to be fair, it's just the length of listening to it back. I can edit it all very quickly. I'm just editing out like blank spaces, pretty much.
Sure.
Yeah, I just have to listen through to it all. So if it's an hour recording, it's at least an hour editing just to listen to it all through and cut out the odd like hiccup.
Okay.
It is painful. But I've got better at it.
No, they are. No, they're golden. They're really, really good. And you just had your 100th podcast. So well done to the two of you. We're only on about our 7th. So long way to go, like, but we'll get there. You will. Buna, Matt, what other questions have you got?
How are your seasons going so far, and who's doing better? I think it's you, Aaron, but just remind us.
Yeah, the Plonker is doing better. The Plonker's always doing better than Amy. But what rank am I? I think I'm around 200k at the minute, so I'm doing pretty well this season.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I had a good start and obviously just kept it going. But yeah, wildcard this week, which I think will define my season. It's either going to turn it into a great one or it's going to backfire massively.
How you found doing a wild, like Buna, as you know, or if you, because you probably would have heard him there. He was kind of trying to take as many hits as he could, and then decided to just pull out a free hit. So have you been scratching your head about who you're getting in and all that type of jazz, just with the injuries and stuff?
You've got to be a more long-termist though when you're thinking, as opposed
to I mean, to be fair, it probably was the easiest wildcards I've done. The players just picked themselves, but that was until about yesterday. Yesterday I started having some doubts, so I've switched up a little bit. But compared to other wildcards, I've not found it that difficult, to be fair.
Oh, that's not too bad then. Because I know I'd be having a mare. I'm already on a -8, and I ain't taking any more hits. What about you, Amy? What are you? We'll have a look at the teams in a sec anyway. But how's your head been with the international break?
What? I don't really know what to do, so I'm a bit stuck. But I think I'm just going to do one. I'm not going to take any hits, but
all right.
My team in a bit of spit of tatters, really.
Well, we'll have a little look in a second, and we'll see there. I wanted to introduce like a kind of Amy type question, Aaron, because I know that you like to slip these into your podcast. So I thought I'd try and slip one into ours as well. So perfect. Amy, would you rather be able to see your own future or be able to see someone else's future but not your own?
So, right, I think I would actually... So, I was thinking about this, right? And I actually would... If I saw everyone else's future, I think it would actually, like, upset me because then I'd have to know what happens. And if there was something bad, it would be horrible for, like, me to know what happens to them and not tell them. Mm-hmm. So, I think I'd probably be selfish and see my own, even though I think I'm probably going to die soon, so...
Jeez, we're only 45 minutes in.
There's no real reason, by the way. She just thinks it.
No, like for ages, I've always thought I'm gonna die really young, and it's sort of stuck. So like, I would be a bit nervous now to go and see someone to see like what my future is, because I generally don't think I'm gonna survive till like 40. So
wow. So that wedding's definitely happening soon then.
Forget that. Can you lot start doing 2 podcasts a week now, if that's all right?
And what about you? What would you be thinking, Aaron, on that one?
Well, I don't think I'm going to be dying before 40. So, but I think I'd rather see other people's futures instead of my own.
Yeah, but then what if they've got like really bad stuff happening to them, and you know that's going to happen? Like that's going to like literally mentally fuck you.
Knowledge is power.
At least you can then spend time.
Aaron, 100%.
At least you can spend time with them, though. Do you know what I mean?
I can use that. Yeah, I can use that again. If someone's going to die in a car crash in 10 years, I'll spend more time with them. If someone's going to live a long life and turn out to be a bit of a dickhead, then I'll cut them off early.
I guess so.
And if I knew my own future, then you know what I mean. There's no fun there.
That's true.
That's good.
Lama, whilst we're on the topic of
death.
Would you rather?
Oh, right.
Would you rather? I would rather you read out the other question.
Oh, right. Okay. What's that one again? Yeah. I think this one's get asked quite a bit. But would you rather walk in on your parents having sex, or have your parents walk in on you having sex?
What sort of question's that?
I don't know. I googled "would you rather" for couples, and they were the first 2 that came up. What? There's lots of time. Right, sorry, Amy.
That's alright. I'd rather walk in on my parents 100%. Fuck them.
What?
Fuck them walking in on me.
What?
No
way.
Because then I could just like shame them for the rest of their lives, and they can't me.
Back that. I'd be the same. 100%.
No way. No way.
What the hell?
I'd rather. I don't want to walk in on my parents. That's mentally scarring.
Yeah, that would do me. That would be me scarred forever.
If they walk in on me, that's them mentally scarred. You know, that's not my problem.
Yeah. It's just natural. Nah, I'm with Aaron.
There's going to be awkwardness either way, isn't there?
Yeah, this is true. What about you, Matt?
I think I'd go along the same lines as Aaron with all these, to be fair. Knowledge is power on the first one, and I'd rather them walk in on me.
Hey, Gabriel Drop in the chat. Don't worry. You haven't missed most of it. We had little issues with wee microphones and stuff like that. So
really about 5 minutes in.
Yeah, it's really only got going in the last 5-10 minutes, pal. So don't you worry yourself.
Have you read Ian's comment in the chat?
Yeah, meanwhile your parents have seen this stream. Right, here's a couple for you then. If you were at the head of FPL Towers and you could change something about FPL, what would you change and why would you change it? Aaron, we'll go to you first.
Oh, mate, I'll change so many things. I would change so many things.
Don't say what I've got, because I've only got like one answer for this. You've probably got 100.
Well, I'm not going to give 100 answers, Amy. It'll be all fucking day. But I think if I had to change one thing, I think because I played a little bit of that Bundesliga fantasy during the first lockdown. I think I'd introduce more ways of players scoring points.
Okay.
I think like tackles, key passes, interceptions. That way, you could probably get like defensive midfielders into the game a bit more.
Agreed.
I'm not sure how to do it exactly, but
I don't
A
think
bit like the Sky one. That's how they do it, the passing tiers and that, and the defensive tiers and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, that's how they play it. That's how they give their points out, unlike efficient FPL, which is just like throw a dice in it. Whatever it lands on, that's how many points you're getting.
Meanwhile, we get players like Kante that you're never going to buy in your life.
Exactly, yeah.
No, I like that. That's actually one of the things that I would like to change, just to try and get more use out of the players, because they just list players that no one in their life's going to pick.
And sometimes you get punished. A player could play so well for you in the game, but it just doesn't get the goal, and you literally get a 2-pointer. Whereas that fantasy Bundesliga, they can still score very well, like key passes, chances created. So,
nah, I like that. I like that idea. What about yourself, Amy? Where's your head at?
So Joe, when like it's obvious that someone's got an assist and then they haven't and then they give it, that's what pisses me off.
yeah.
So like there was one like a couple of weeks ago, wasn't there, where like it was clearly assist and then no, it wasn't a goal or something like that, and they gave it to that person, and that really fucks me off.
So what it's saying is you would be the assist judge.
Yeah, like I should. No, just that they should get it right. Like if it's clear to everyone, and like everyone's attacking them on the FPL Twitter, like saying, "Right, why is that an assist or why is it not an assist? Like why do they do like they give it?"
Makes a valid point.
The FPL assist, where someone the goalkeeper passes it out, and then the geezer does like a 100-yard run or something, and then puts it in, and then the goalkeeper gets an assist for it.
Right, Amy, Aaron, what was that tattoo that Aaron's getting on his head for just £8,000 or £10,000? By the way.
Oh yeah,
the McDonald's logo.
Oh,
McDonald's logo.
Yeah.
Oh my days, I couldn't believe this. Amy, you said $1 million, didn't you?
Did say $1 million, yeah.
I was quite surprised when you said 8,000, Aaron. I was like,
Aaron's easy going, isn't he? £8,000, and he's moving around the whole country with a McDonald's logo on his head.
Give me 20 quid, mate.
1 year.
Yeah, but
it's not that even.
12 months with an M on your head. It's only going to be a conversation starter at worst. I'll take that.
I don't know, like it'd be a bit more than a conversation starter if I'm walking about with like the golden arches on my forehead. Oh, dear. I'm going to just ask you both before, because I think like we'll be able to just do a lot of questions as we go through our teams, which will probably make things a little bit easier, I reckon. But first of all, I'm wanting you both to put yourself in a situation for me. And I'm going to ask you both whether you're going to smash or pass. So the situation, though, that you're both in, separately, not at the same time, is it's 0-0 in a Champions League final. It's the final seconds of the final. And Aaron, you're through on goal. Obviously, Amy, you are as well, but it's a separate situation. So Aaron's through on goal. You look to your left, just as you're about to pull the trigger, you look out the corner of your eye and you see your strike partner there. Now, if you pass to him, he's got an open goal, so he's surely not going to miss. But Aaron, it's you that's got the ball at your feet. So what are you doing? Are you smashing it or are you passing it?
I think I would pass it. Oh, I'm noble like that.
No, you're selfish. You would bang it in.
What about you, Amy?
You've seen me play football.
I'd be selfish. I'd be like a Salah and just go for it.
You'd miss.
No, I wouldn't miss.
You would miss.
No, I wouldn't miss. I'll just go for it.
I love how that question just opens it up, though. FPL General was lacing it. JNO last week, he was like passing it all day long. Boona was lacing it.
Arsenal is so boring, man.
But mate,
you only get 3 FPL points for that. If you shoot, it's 5, 6, 7. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, dear. Well, listen, it was good to get to know you a little bit better. Obviously, we're here for FPL, so we'll start battering into the FPL. Boona, Matt, how do you want to play it? Do you want to look at the teams first, and we'll kind of go through, and by all means, you two can ridicule our teams if you wish. or if there's anything you want to ask the chat or the chat want to ask us, this is now the time to get all that stuff.
We're not looking back at game week 8 again, no, because we already did that. I've been through that trauma already.
Yeah, yeah. Let's leave that out, shall we?
Cool, yeah.
Right. Right. So Aaron and Amy, because you've turned it off, haven't you? So I'll go through my team and you can slate it as much as you wish.
Okay.
So I've taken a -8. I'm just managed to get inside the top 2 million now because I've been trying something a little bit different this year. Our attitude, by the way, I should go back to that, is just play the game your own way. There's too many people, we think anyway, that are like, you must do this. You must sit on your hands and not make transfers until 1 minute before the deadline, or until you know what I mean? Just play it how you fucking want to play it. Do you know what's the worst that can happen? So the game week hadn't even finished and I'd already made a -8. So I got rid of Kane and Son and Wilson, and I brought in Bamford, Vardy and Fernandes. However, my team's now still got a couple of flags in it in Trent and Salah. So at the moment, my team is Martinez, a 3-4-3 of Vestergaard, Trent and Chilwell, a midfield 4 of Zaha, Salah, Grealish and Fernandes, and up front I've got Bamford, Calvert-Lewin and Vardy. However, my bench does have Fornals in it, who would come on for Salah, and either Kilman or Mitchell may or may not come on for Trent. Should I stick with my -8, guys, or do you think I should just pull out a -12 and do something else?
I think that's actually all right, you know. I think -8 could be enough. I probably would try to avoid the -12 if I was you.
I reckon you should do -12.
Oh, shut up, Matt. So about you.
I think you need a -20 there, to be honest.
Just free hit. Fuck it. Just free hit.
-16, -20, then free hit, just like Boona.
Exactly. Amy, what do you think? You want to rip into it, or do you think it's not too bad?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's quite good. I wouldn't go for the -12. You've not got the worst players coming off the bench, so I'll just stick.
Nice one.
Amy, we're trying to get him to make hits here.
So, I'm the nice person, all right? So, hit.
It's golden now. Like what you both say though, I'm quite happy with how my team is at the moment, so I probably will just stick with a -8, being honest. Boona, do you want to go back through?
It's in Discord, get the
is it?
screenshot.
Right, okay, pal.
I was going to say I put mine in the team screenshots as well.
Oh, brilliant, even better.
Yeah, go through Matt's first, mine's
Right, let's go to
boring.
team.
While you're waiting for that, Jones bloke has got a question.
Okay.
Stick or twist? Robertson or Cancelo or Tellez? My other defenders are Chilwell, Cresswell, Kilman and Dallas.
Why are you getting rid of Robertson?
I was going to say I'd stick. I wouldn't bother.
What about you guys?
You got good backup options as well.
Aaron, Amy, what you thinking John should do?
Robertson for Tellez.
Yeah. Robertson for Cancelo. Or Tellez. Yeah.
I mean, I do like Cancelo. I do really like Cancelo. And I'm a bit worried about Robertson's clean sheet potential with the injuries, but it depends what fires you got to put out. I think you should have bigger fires this week, so...
Especially if they've got them.
Aaron's totally got Cancelo on his wild card, ain't you?
100% straight in there.
Now, Matt, you couldn't have put a fucking smaller team in this Discord if you tried.
I've done it.
Have you not got crop on your phone, mate? Do you know how to crop a screenshot?
So,
I've done it on my phone, man. You can enlarge it though on Discord.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I'll read it out anyway, so Amy and Aaron can rip into it along with the chat. So,
there's no reason to rip into it. It's me.
A 3-4-3 as well. Meslier in goal. You then have a back three of Robertson, Chilwell, and Cresswell. And then a 4 in your midfield, Grealish, Fernandes, Salah and Son. And up front you've got Bamford, Watkins and Calvert-Lewin with a captain's armband round Calvert-Lewin. Mm-hmm. On your bench you've got Jota, Lewis still stinking out your bench, and then Mitchell. Yeah. What we thinking of that one, chat and team? Aaron, Amy?
I'm not sure about the captaincy, but that is a very strong team. That is
Yeah.
a very strong team.
I think it's quite a good team as well.
What do you two think is Jota?
I like him, but I always worry that he's not going to start.
Don't need to start. He gets 20
starting.
minutes and he's still getting FPL points.
I mean, he's starting this week, hands down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
True.
definite. You better not
Yeah,
get...
it's all right.
You
It's all right.
You took a -8 as well, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
What you,
It's
Aaron?
a flying about this week.
Well, see, we were talking about this earlier. What's your opinion on it? So, see how I've obviously taken a -8, but with everything that's going on, I mean, it's not just fires. There's like a fucking inferno going on out there. Is my -8 more like a -4? If that makes sense.
I did hear you say that, by the way, but obviously we were still having
Yeah.
problems,
What's you and Amy's thoughts on that? Like, or is that me just being daft?
It actually does make sense. If everyone's taking a -4, your -8 is technically like a -4.
Yeah.
You know, people like Boona is going to have 8 points on you at the start of the season.
I'm on plus 16 already. Do you know what I mean?
Right, speaking of Boona, let's have a look at his team of blue. So for the chat, those listening back, and for yourself, Aaron and Amy, he has got at the moment now. Aaron, I know you follow Boona on that on Twitter, so you do know that within 10 minutes this will change again, and he'll post up another draft. He's got Martinez in goal. He's went for a 3-4-3 as well, with Chilwell, James and Tellez. A midfield 4 of Fernandes, Rodriguez, Mane and Ziyech. And up front, a captain's armband round Martial, a vice captaincy on Richarlison, and alongside him, Calvert-Lewin. Your bench is a bit pissed though. You've got Mitchell, Nico Williams and Riederwald, I think it is. What? I don't know, you can...
I'll give you that. That's pretty good for your standards.
Is it? Nice. I'll take that. That, to me, is picking solid, to be fair.
I mean, if you're playing a free hit and you're going for standard picks that everyone owns or a captain that everyone owns, what are you playing at? Do you know what I mean? You're looking to maximise your points with a free hit, to be honest. There's one player in there that I have had in there that I've taken out recently, and that's Grealish. And he's the one player that I'd consider bringing back because he's in great form right now and the fixture's good. Otherwise, I'm relatively settled.
Martial, really?
Not in form.
That's the only one that I can see in there. Otherwise, the rest is solid.
Yeah. Sorry, Amy, what were you saying?
I said I don't know about Martial, especially captain. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah, see, I'm the same with Martial, and I've told him this before. Martial's always got one of those faces that looks like he's forgot to do something.
Yeah,
he just always looks confused. But yeah, apart from that, there's not much faulting in there, Boona. And the thing as well is, right, I fell into the same trap like I shouldn't have with the whole Twitter sphere that's out there, and we need to go heavy on Spurs because they're playing West Brom, and look what happened in that game. I don't know if this will be a runaway game for United, you know. I know they're at home, but I don't know. That's just
It's really hard to trust United, isn't it? They can easily let you down.
It'll all come down to how quickly United score. If they struggle to score a goal in the first half, then yeah, I can see this being a 1-0. If they score early on, though, I think floodgates will open. That's what I was saying to Dread FPL earlier. That's how I see it anyway, so I'm just taking a bit of a punt, personally. But Martial is a flat-track bully, as we all know, and he does like his home comforts, and he had 4 big chances in that game for France, and he missed every single one of them, but he's getting the chances. Do you know what I mean? And I know France aren't Man United, but I think West Brom, they're pants. They can defend, but all they need is, for Bruno to unpick them one time, and that's it.
Can I put it another way, Boona, right? See how we're talking about smashing or passing? See if I looked out the corner of my eye and Martial was stood there, I'd be like, fuck that.
I'm smashing if that's the case.
He's just missed 4 chances.
Yeah. Especially for France. Was it midweek or not the second game, but the first game? He had loads of chances, he just missed everything. Ahmet in the chat, Booney, you're eating magic mushroom pizza.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
Are you not a little bit worried about Cavani? Or
Tiny bit, yeah, because Martial picked up a slight knock, didn't he? So he was training away from the main French squad. I don't think he played this week, so I'll be interested to see what he's got to say tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know what Karma Baby's smoking in the live chat though. Sorry, but Telles is 5.5. That's bonkers. United can't keep clean sheets. Yeah, but most teams can't keep clean sheets, mate. Who buys defenders for clean sheets this year anyway? It's all about the attacking returns, and we know that Telles has got the potential, and not many people are going to own him. So yeah, big up Telles.
So Aaron, I think I'm right in saying I've now got your team in front of me. Did you get 79 points the last game week?
I don't know. It feels like an eternity ago now. I believe so. Yeah, 79.
Check you out with your 79 points and all that.
Yeah, nonchalant. I think that was me. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, see, when you were all...
so many points these days.
But when you were all toiling with your 34 points and stuff, and I'm up here with my 79. So, right, I'll go through, because I don't know if you've got it in front of you or not, mate. So what I'll do is I'll read it out for the chat, and then you can let us know, because I don't know if you're wildcarding, so you'll have a whole different setup. But your 79 points came from Meslier in goals, a back 4-4-2, so Kilman, Walker-Peters, Justin and Taylor, 1, 9, 6 and 8, so decent returns for your defence there. A midfield 4 of Salah, Mane, Fernandes and Son, so Fernandes and Salah, Mane, in fact they all chipped in at some point. And then up front, the twosome of Wilson and Kane, Wilson the little troll that he can be, and then a captain's armband on Kane. So yeah, honestly, a solid performance from your team that last game week. But you're saying that you've wildcarded, so kind of where's your head been at, and your reasons behind it?
Yeah, I rolled my transfer that week, so I had 2 transfers. So the plan definitely wasn't to wildcard.
Okay.
No, I think it's just one of those traps where if you start making a wildcard draft, it's the worst thing you can do, because then you end up pressing the button.
Yeah.
And after that Salah news, when it first broke, I made a quick draft, realised I had no Chelsea, no Villa, made a draft, and thought, you know what, I'm changing 13 of my players here.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I gave in his temptation and just pressed it.
So it was quite drastic. I mean, when I look at it, I mean, there's more like exclamation marks there than what there is on the M8 motorway up here. I mean, you've got Taylor up there flagged, you've got Salah flagged, Wilson flagged, Brewster flagged, Stevens flagged, and Ferguson flagged. So yeah, kind of makes sense. I can see you, but like what Buna was saying earlier, I take it how do you play the game? Actually, that was something that we never really asked. Like, are you a knee-jerker? Do you...
Maverick.
You Maverick?
Oh, really? I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm one of those players that always go safe and worry about ownership and picking the most popular captain.
Yep.
But I wouldn't say I'm a Maverick. Like, I don't go for just really rogue players. I think all I try to do is just... I overthink FPL. I spend all week thinking about it, so I just try to come to the best decision. Whether that's safe or whether that's Maverick, I'll do whatever I think's best. So a bit of both, really.
Yeah, it can twist your head though. Are you a stats man? Like, do you do all this thing with the whole XG and any other letter you can shove in there?
I think I've circled around. I think the start of last season, I was like, I'm going to get more into stats. I think they can help me.
Yep. And
the more I got into it, the more I actually just saw like more problems with stats. Like, I can't remember the specific example, but it was I think it was 2 seasons ago. There was a Wilson header from the 6-yard box, and it only got like 0.4 XG or something silly. And I'm like, you know what? I can't follow. Plus, different websites have different XG for different shots. So I think I've circled back round now. I prefer the eye test, to be honest.
Yeah, you can't just say it's a load of shit, like I think it is. This player's got 1.68 shots on target. Pick him.
Well, mate, you're gonna piss Jonty. Sorry, I mean Joe. Mate.
So I was going to say you pissed him off more by saying Jonty.
Oh, we don't need drama. Aaron loves drama though.
Aaron loves commentating on drama.
He does. He does. It's like the FPL drama commentator.
No, you're probably Plonker podcast royalty. The only guy who's gone 2-0 on the podcast on beef.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. His name
To be
has
fair,
come up.
I did notice you took a bit of an L. Was it this week or last week?
Did you watch the podcast when we got him on air? When we got FPL mate on, and they were all like chummy.
Yeah. I had to turn it off, mate. I was raging.
Sticking in, isn't it? Sticking in. We're hoping for a bit of like fireworks, and they're all like, "Oh mate, we'll hang out, we'll get a mocha."
We've got to be adults, mate. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Luna was like, you know what? If you've come here for beef, this ain't for you. I was like, all right, cool. I'll switch it off.
catch you. See you in a bit. so
I leave that shit to you. Do you know what I mean?
So what was I going to say? Wildcard wise, before we move into Amy's team and how her head is thinking going into the game week, what kind of big moves have you done wildcard wise? Because I don't know if you were able to post it into the Discord there or that, mate. So what changes have you made?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I've actually made 14 changes. The only guy I've still got is Bruno.
Okay, jeez, right, okay. And is that set up now, do you reckon? Or hopefully, touch wood, is that set up now for the next kind of like 4 to 6?
I think I'm locked in. The only thing I'm debating about is something a bit minor. I'm debating between Soufal, Justin and Klein, actually. I need to drop one of them. I'm going to roll in with 2 to rotate. But apart from that, I'm locked in.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, that. Klein, you got Klein in that, yeah?
Yeah, if Klein's next 3 fixtures, I think, as good as you can get.
No, bro, you're saying his name all wrong, though. It's Nathaniel Decline. Do you know what I mean? You can't consider him. I think Justin out of those, though.
Yeah, I thought, yeah. But then, you say this, though, but then that's like Twitter all over.
Yeah, but if anyone's telling me that, Justin's only got 2 more games, people have been saying that since game week 0. Do you know what I mean? That Justin's time's up. But he is absolutely smashing it for Leicester, and I don't see him being dislodged out of that team. If anything, I can see them changing formation to make sure that he stays in that team because he's playing really well. And he scored for England under 21s this week as well.
True.
And he went to my school. Shout out, Justin.
So you're hoping, though, is there anything, is that really the only thing then, Aaron, that you've got in your head just now then, with regards to your team? Just maybe that, sorting out that back bit?
I mean, now Salah's confirmed going to be out for at least this week. On a wild cards, I was always getting him out, even if it was just 1 week, so I can get him back in.
Yeah.
Antonio fitness is the only other thing I'm monitoring because I've got Bamford and Watkins along with DCL.
Okay.
And I'm debating whether I want Antonio over them 2, but I'm not sure. To be honest. I'm pretty happy with Bamford and Watkins.
Aye, yeah. I can't get Watkins in because I've got too many Villa because of fucking bum Steer sitting up there as my second goalkeeper.
That's another reason why wild card is I've got Steer as well.
But who expected Villa to be doing so as well as they are though? They were in my relegation prediction.
They were, and I will make that haunt you come the end of the season. Amy, we've not heard from you for a while. So let's dive into what your team looked like in the last game weeks. 67 points. So pretty decent game week for yourself. You went with a 3-4-3 with McCarthy in goal with 6 points, decent. Chilwell with 8, decent. Tierney, and this is what you get out of Tierney. Honestly, this guy used to keep Robertson out of the Scotland team. I think he'll still come good though, but that's just maybe a biased Celtic opinion. But Tierney there with a point. Walker Peters with 9. Your midfield, Son captain with 6. Fernandes 17, Sterling with 1, Podence with 1, and then up front you've got Bamford with 7, Kane with 9, and the little troll that is Wilson with 2. So pretty decent. You must be happy with that.
It weren't too bad. I was quite happy with it because obviously the average was 55, so a little bit better than usual. But now it's just going forward. What am I going to do?
So where, if we were to try and help you out, what's your head telling you at the moment? Like, as Aaron was saying, what fires do you think you still need to put out, if any?
I definitely want to like get rid of Podence and Wilson as well.
Okay.
I was going to wild card, and then I was basically like thinking no, because I've had 2 weeks to think about this, and I'm thinking about it like 2 days before. So like, let's not do that.
Yeah, no, I can get that.
I don't know. Like, I didn't really want to take a hit, but if everyone's taking hits and I don't, then surely I'll be up in the points, right?
Well, that's a good way of looking at it. It's like what Aaron was saying earlier. You know, obviously him wildcarding and Boona free hitting, they're like going to be 8, 16 points ahead of everybody else.
We're talking of Aaron, he's made a point in the live chat there, only Lama. Did you read that?
Yeah. Core Amy chats some waffle, doesn't she?
I'll just put that in the chat.
Oh yeah.
So what have you got 1 or 2 free transfers, Amy, to make?
You got 1.
Okay. So are you?
You need a -12, I think.
Definitely not.
Who have you got?
I feel like maybe I should just do Wilson to like Calvert-Lewin or something like that.
Oh, have you got enough money to do that?
Yeah, I got 2 mil in the bank, so
what are you saving up for your wedding?
No, fuck the wedding.
Oh
no, I think
you could have spent 2 million on it.
Hey, you will find out, Aaron. Women are great at pulling out all these kind of stuff with money. So yeah, you'll be skint soon, son. Wilson up to Calvert-Lewin. I don't think there's much wrong with that, to be honest. What about you guys? What are you thinking on Amy's thoughts?
Yeah, I like that pick. I'd also try and get rid of 1 Spurs and keep 1.
Fuck off.
I could do like Kane to Vardy or something.
That's a good pick. So do if you've got 1 free transfer, possibly -4. Wilson to Calvert-Lewin and then Kane to Vardy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Don't think it's no, because then technically you're getting Kane out for a -4 for Vardy, when Kane could easily match Vardy this week. Like, yeah, Liverpool are depleted in defence. I've seen a lot of people saying on Twitter, and they make a valid point, that actually they're not going to be marauding as much, like in terms of their wing backs or their right back, left back. They're not going to be going forward as much, so potentially they could be tighter. So I'd look at that Kane to Vardy move, if anything, maybe next week when they play Fulham.
Yeah, that's a fair point, actually. Jones, thank you for popping in. Much appreciated to have you. He's now away to do a lecture on something. Best of luck with that, Jones, and thanks for popping by. Polly saying, Lama, you've had plenty of time to save up for your wedding. You've only been with Margaret 16 years. Yep, that's true. Thanks for that. Just tell everyone my stuff. It's alright. It's not like it's getting fucking streamed or anything. I'll remember that, Polly. No, that's good though. So so I think the moves that you're making, because there's a lot of people, I say a lot of people, Twitter, like they represent the whole world. Talking
I'm so
about
happy I'm on Twitter. I'm so happy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you need to keep Son, because Son's going to be really attacking against City. What's your thoughts, Boona? Because you're obviously a Spurs man.
Yeah, Son really enjoys playing City, and I do think he's going to get a lot of space, as opposed to previous fixtures, like against the likes of Burnley and West Brom, who sat deep. I don't see City doing the same thing, so I think Son could do well. I wouldn't be getting rid of Son this week. In fact, I wouldn't necessarily be getting Son for the foreseeable, but maybe a bit of bias in there.
He got
coronavirus worries, or did I make that up?
Well, there was a worry, but he tested negative. But I'm sure, things can just change like that. We could do something completely different tomorrow, to be honest. I think tomorrow there's going to be a lot of drama.
So Doherty, on that one, Aaron,
he's got COVID.
Blovid it is. You get us fucking chucked off YouTube when you start saying that.
Do you?
Yeah. They scan it
Seriously?
through. Yeah, that's why I've changed it to Blovid.
Oh, fuck off, you wank. Seriously?
Yeah.
You can't say... Oh, my days, that's a joke, mate.
Aaron, you don't have these issues, do you, on the kind of podcast? You can pretty much say what you want and then upload it without any issues, can't you?
I think when I created the podcast, it says, will you be like explicit or not? So I just ticked explicit, and
What?
That was it.
I thought you were going to
half of that's Aaron saying, "Fuck's sake, Amy."
Yeah. So yeah, the only one that's out Spurs wise is Doherty. By the look of it, he looks like he's got bloated for a few weeks. But everyone else, yeah, as you say, Boona, look all right at the moment. Not too bad.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, without us going on all night, which I would much love to be able to do, that's been a good solid hour, and I just want to say again thank you to you both for joining us. But before we all go our separate ways, plan our weddings and all that type of jazz, let's have a look at the up and coming fixtures for the week, shall we? And see what we're thinking. And the good thing also to note is it's back to being free again. None of this pay-per-view shit.
It was always free for me. I don't know what you're on about.
Oh, don't start you and your
but your stream, your football is well behind ours.
Yeah, that's to be fair. What did you make of that, Aaron and Amy? The whole
pay-per-view stuff.
You have to pay for it.
Oh, ridiculous. To be fair, now I've learned how to stream very well. I'm not that bothered by it. I'm happy to stream from now on.
Nice. So Saturday, we start off the day on BT Sport with Newcastle at home to Chelsea. We then stay on BT Sport with Villa against Brighton. You've then got a big match for you, Boona. You've got Spurs at home to City. And then rounding off the Saturday, back onto BT Sports again, we've got Man United against West Brom. Amy, who are you looking out for in these games?
Definitely Bruno, I'd say. I think he's going to have the captaincy this week, so...
Yeah, I'm the same as you, Amy. I think I'm putting the captain's armband round Fernandes. What about yourself, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on wild cards. I'm doubling up on that United attack. I've brought Rashford in to join Bruno for the Salah punt, and I'm going to be captaining Rashford, so...
See, I like that, and I said this to the guys the other week there about Rashford. I'd rather have Rashford than Martial, especially since he's in the midfield as well.
It's that yellow flag over him, though. That's the only issue. If he gets cleared, then it's definitely a temptation.
That's an international injury, though, isn't it? He always has international injuries. He'll be back for the weekend, I think.
What about yourself, Boona? Spurs City's got to be the game for you in here, surely.
No, man, I ain't got no Spurs assets on my free hit. Right. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a tricky situation. I'm hoping for a cheeky 1-0 with a Alderweireld header or something.
All right, okay.
It's not nice viewing when you've got like your team up, in a big game and you've got no FPL assets for them. I hate it.
True. What about yourself, Matt? Any of these games tickle your fancy?
No, but the one I'm going to be hiding behind a sofa for is that Chelsea-Newcastle that no one seems to talk about, because a lot of people have got Chelsea in a team. Chelsea attacking assets, and all I've got is blooming Chilwell. So I'm not looking too forward to that game.
I'm more excited about the United game, to be honest.
Yeah, I hope it's a good, decent game, that, and like what Amy's talking about there, I've got Bruno as my captain as well, so that's not going to change, I don't think. So yeah, hoping he gets some penalties, as Fernandes likes to do. As we move into Sunday, we've got one on the BBC. So the good old council telly is getting an actual freebie if you pay your taxes and stuff. Fulham against Everton at 12 o'clock. We've then got Sky Sports then take up the rest of the day with Sheffield United against West Ham, Leeds at home to Arsenal, and then Liverpool against Leicester finishing off the day. Aaron, is there any of these games that stick out for you with your wildcard team?
I've not got too much in those fixtures, to be fair. A little bit. I've got DCL, Sue Fowl, and Bamford's. That's pretty much it, actually.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing. Yes. Yeah. I'm interested to see.
Obviously.
Sorry, pal, when you go.
Like I say, obviously the Arsenal game's sticking out for me, but I think that's going to be a tough one for us. But
yeah, how do you think that's going to go?
Bamford's going to score in that.
Well, this is it. That's why I put Bamford in. I think Leeds are just that type of team that they don't seem to care if they get absolutely battered, but they will still go for it as well. So like you say, it wouldn't surprise me if Leeds do score. But you three are Arsenal fans, yourself, Amy and Matt. What you thinking, Jen, up about Arsenal this season, Matt?
That was my question I was going to ask.
Well, ask away.
Actually, about What is your views on us this season? Because I'm fucking very annoyed.
You shit.
I've had to put up with likes of fucking Boona, Brew, and that lot. Out of how shit we're being. Hello.
Sorry, I lost you for a second, but I'm back.
What are your views on Arsenal this season? How do you reckon? We're not doing the best, are we?
You know what? I can't really go too hard because I said I wanted a manager who can sort the defense out, and he's slowly doing that. It's just at the cost of our attack. So it's been some dreadful football recently, but I'm not going to judge anything until the end of the season. To be fair, I don't want to. There's a lot of people attacking Arteta already. I'm not like that. They're fucking idiots, aren't they? The ones that do that. People fans are so fickle, just so fickle. It's only a few months ago we were winning FA Cups and everyone was loving him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Amy, what's your thoughts about your team Arsenal this season?
I mean, I was really excited to get Arteta in, and I'm like, I still love him. I don't want him to leave, but yeah, we're just disappointed, aren't we? So,
weren't he your free pass, Amy? Was he your free pass?
I don't think he was good enough, was he?
No, but he's fit enough, so I might as well.
Where's Aubameyang? Is he still at Arsenal?
Yeah,
he's absent, mate. Since he signed
a contract and then they don't perform. It's the running theme with Arsenal.
That's the thing, though. I'm hoping this Leeds game, because obviously it should be pretty open. Hopefully, that is a game for Aubameyang to score. You'd hope so.
Ahmed in chat. Mikel and Mickey Mouse team, bring back Wenger.
Nah, fuck Wenger.
Has FPL gone down for anyone else, by the way?
I don't think so. It's kind of it's still in front of my face now, so I'm assuming it's there.
Yeah, don't refresh it. It's gone down.
All right, okay.
It has gone down. Yeah.
All right, okay. I'll just leave it as it is then. Don't touch anything. Azir in chat saying that Che Adams got a hat trick coming on. Did you not have Adams in your team at one point, Boona?
Fuck right off. We don't talk about that wanker on this podcast.
All right, okay. No problems. Server error, Polly's saying. Polly is always the bringer of good news. So, Liverpool-Leicester, I think that could be an interesting one. There was a moment that I did have the captain's armband on Vardy, purely because I think Liverpool have been ripped open defensively in terms of the amount of people that are out. I don't know. But I've went back to Fernandes now, but I still think Leicester could have a good go at Liverpool. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
I reckon Leicester could do him.
I think you got to fancy him at the minute.
Yeah, I agree.
Amy, or are you not fussed?
Yeah, no, I do, to be fair. That's why I thought about bringing him in, but I don't know. I'll just leave that one.
We'll wait and see what happens. And then rounding off our game week on the Monday. That's the only thing. They've fucking spread these games out something awfully.
And the Mondays are always shit, aren't they? When has there ever been a good Monday game?
Well, I know. You've got Burnley at home at Crystal Palace. And then Wolves against Southampton. Who have I got there? Zaha, maybe? I think that's about it. Possibly. Anyone else got anyone in these games?
Fine, baby.
Huh? Sorry?
Fine, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Baker off the podcast that I did, the Above Average podcast on Monday, he's got triple Wolves. Fun times. Remember those days?
Yeah, I do remember those days. But he's doing really well, is he not?
They're both fucking doing well. Both around 200k, around Aaron territory.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll be back. Aaron's just keeping the seats comfortable at that end of the table now.
I blew my load too early. It's only downhill from here.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything. Amy did message me that earlier. But hey ho, is what it is. Anything in the chat, boys? Because I've not really had the chat up much just while I've been going through everything. Just to kind of round everything off, I just wondered if there was any questions in the chat for us to nip through, or if everyone's happy and comfortable.
No, not really anything I can see.
Nah. Oh well. No. Amy and Aaron, what an absolute pleasure. I can't speak. I'll just hold on now. I'll put my teeth back in. Smashing. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Been waiting ages to get the two yous on, and I'm so glad that we got through our mic issues earlier and managed to just get a proper little blether with the two yous. Blether, Amy. Just a wee chat. A blether.
Alright, okay. I now know.
You now know. Matthew, been anything from the two yous?
No, just thanks for coming on the podcast. We did want you on for a while. I was just trying to get hold of you to get you in, and I'm glad that you can turn up today.
Yeah, no, it's just refreshing to see that you guys are exactly, the same off air and on air. It's refreshing, and also, you don't need to get them blooper reels out ASAP. We need to hear that stuff.
Do more lives.
I'll work on that. We'll get them out. We'll get them out.
No, definitely. But no, so Aaron,
cheers a lot.
no, not a problem at all. So for the benefit of the chat, Aaron or Amy, or unless you've got it synchronised and you can do it at the same time, where can everyone find the two of yous? So give yourselves a little bit of promotion as we wrap things up.
Go on, Amy. You want to do the outro, didn't you?
No, I ain't do it.
You stole the last outro from me last podcast.
No, you do it. So.
God's sake. So Amy doesn't use Twitter, but she's Mrs. Plonker FPL. I'm at fantasy_Plonker. The podcast is on all streaming platforms. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundClouds, and chat to us on Twitter pretty much. That's where we're most active.
No, brilliant. Thank you very much for that. What I'll do is I always do like a Llama Bites, it's called. So some people, for whatever reason, don't listen to the whole podcast and they like to just get like a kind of snipped bite-sized version. So what I'll do is I'll post the links to your stuff in that as well. So anyone that, didn't catch it on this full stream or whatever, they'll be able to get in there. And like what you're saying, Aaron, we'll tweet out, Boona and I, after the stream as well. So everyone will know where to catch the two yous. So, no, that's not a problem. For those that joined us this evening in the chat, thank you very much. If you haven't already, please do like the podcast, The Llama Lounge. It's much appreciated. If you've subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, please do. It's much appreciated. Ring the little bell thing or whatever the fuck it is you're meant to do. That way you'll know when we're going live. But it is usually typically live at 5 on a Thursday, and on a Sunday we do the FPL Sunday supplement. Aaron and Amy, we've not ripped anything off, by the way. I don't know if you see this back on YouTube and it looks familiar. It's not stolen from anything.
Yeah, I've seen that, mate. Yeah, I've got my eye on you, mate.
Just want to say thank you very much to everyone. Boona, I don't know if you want to let anyone know what's happening next week. And I'll let you just kind of round the stream off if you want, pal.
Yeah, we've got someone joining us, someone that you guys will all be familiar with, someone from the FF Scout team, someone with a name beginning with David, ending with Monday. He'll be joining us next week. Really interested to hear more about him. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you hit that like button. And I wish you all the best for Game Week 9. I hope you all get a Game Week rank of 7 million. And make sure you tune in to the FPL Plonker podcast on Spotify, or is it SoundCloud you guys go live on as well? Not live, but
Yeah, we're on everything. Yeah, Spotify, SoundCloud.
Yeah, so make sure you listen to them on everything. One each. Brilliant. But all the best. And we'll catch you soon. Take care, guys.
Yeah, take care, folks. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
No probs.
Take care.
Better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice to sing some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that was new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now wish to stay. was young. How come I'm never able to identify where it's coming from? I'd make a candle out of it if I ever found it. Try to sell it, never sell out of it. I probably only sell one. Maybe to my brother, cause we have the same nose, same clothes, homegrown, a stone from Greek we used to roam. But it would remind us of when nothing really mattered. Out of student loans and tree house homes, we all would take the ladder. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now wish to stay. Saying, wake up, you need to make money.